Hey y'all, this is my review for Married to Medicine, Season 11, Episode 6. I am all over the place right now. Like, too much is going on right now. Like, Beverly Hills, that was a good-ass episode. Like, I was just, like, gagged by a lot of things, and I cannot wait to discuss that with y'all because I have thoughts. And then, I'm getting a work email, and I get something like some real important news. And then my friends are texting me. It's too much. It's too much. But yeah, I'm here. Happy Tuesday. So yeah, let me get into this because I'm just not prepared at all right now. But we're going to get through this together. This is all off the dome right now. I have my notes. It's just I need people to like stop messaging me. Focus. All right, there we go. And also, a lot of people want my opinion on this hot topic about, Ellen's former DJ or whatever. I've been trying not to say my thoughts on that. I might have to do a little Patreon episode or whatever. This is just some hot topics talk. But, a lot of people have some strong opinions about a very sensitive matter. So I've been like debating with somebody offline. Anywho, enough about me. Let's talk about Married to Medicine. Did y'all like this episode? Basically, it's a continuation. They're still in that damn rodeo town. We left off on the aftermath of the altercation between Contessa and Heavenly. Things have calmed down. The ladies are separated. Jackie and Heavenly are talking about like the golf carts. Jackie's still on the verge of tears. Be quiet. Be quiet. Like, I'm not sure why she's so emotional. Maybe because she was flung to the ground. We see Contessa, Toya, and T in a car going back to the lodging, while the other ladies they decide to just finish their food. You know what? I actually don't blame them though, because I'm just like, I'm about to finish my free meal, and I'm hungry as well. Because I think they got into this fight before the food came. And I'm like, look, I'm not going back to that little trailer without me eating something. Like that's, not in a bag lunch. So then, Toya thinks Heavenly like has a case of hurt people are hurting other people. She says she struggled with the relationship with her mom, her sister, her own friends. But I still don't think that's like a valid excuse, just to like normalize her behavior. And, Contessa, like they get into this discussion because Heavenly just mentions how the group is just always explaining away Heavenly's behavior all the time. And I totally agree with that. And I know that, some of y'all don't see it for Contessa, but she didn't start the fight. But she sure did finish it, or she was ready to finish it. Just saying. Hello, Andrea Mamad. Yes, y'all, please like the video, comment, please participate in the live chat, and subscribe to a ninja. And we take tips too. So Jackie and Heavenly, they decided to go back to the table with the other ladies. And at least in this moment, the ladies are telling Heavenly that you were wrong for the mama comment. And Heavenly says she wasn't thinking about her mom like that. It was just a response. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like, that shouldn't be your go-to to talk about someone's mom, especially if you don't want someone talking about your deceased mom. It's just going to be so awkward when I'm in front of Heavenly. But you know what? I'm going to save that announcement for the end of the episode. So make sure you stay tuned. That's some other news I got for y'all. So they move on from the conversation, and Quad asked Jackie about Toya's earlier comment about the blank check. Did you really apologize to pacify me? And Jackie says no, but survey says that was a lie. Like, I think, well, aside from what I think, I mean, I thought it was a lie, but Jackie says that she meant it, and she meant it as, along with other things, including Napa, like, I'm sorry for all of it. But it still doesn't come off right to me. So I think Quad does have like she has some basis to feel some type of way concerning that. Because, like, if you don't mean sorry, don't tell me sorry. Chris knows this. I'm biased when it comes to Dr. Heavenly. You like Heavenly? Do you? Heavenly is just nasty, evil, and very immature. Ooh. Contessa did start by putting her finger in Dr. Heavenly's face. If you put your finger in my face, I'm standing up too. I don't know. We might have to rewind the footage because, who brought up husbands first? When Heavenly's backed into a corner, she tries to just go low. Like, I'm just like, what bringing up her husband had to do with the situation at hand? And I don't know, like, are you telling the truth or is she telling the truth? Is that what you're talking about when she did this? I'm like, oh well. Oh well, are you telling the truth, heftily? Like, I don't know, like, no. And then you talking about my mom? That just, like, no. No. Anyway, I get it, Team Heavenly. So yeah, when they're talking about the whole like Quad Napa thing, here go Quad, like pulling one of her endless victim cards. And she's just like, I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I was losing weight. Girl, enough. Enough, please. Like, she is going into full theatrics, crying like the Oscar is hers, y'all. Like, best like actress. Like, really like crying. And in this moment, I'm like, Phaedra, like, when are we moving on from this? Like, what do you need? Like, it wasn't that bad. And if you go back, like I said in the last review, like, they were telling her at the table before they kicked her ass like off the premises that you're not taking accountability for what you do to the group. You don't. And anytime the cameras are down, we don't see your ass. So you're not really our friend. You're just here for a check. And what makes our show, and I'm just breaking the fourth wall now, what makes their show different from the Housewives is like they are all actual friends. They hang out, outside of taping. At least that's, they've been on for 11 seasons. They've been on 11 seasons for a reason. Not all housewives can make it to 11 seasons, as we've seen. Hell, not any Bravo show. That's impressive. Like, I'm gonna give these ladies their props, even if I don't care for a few of them. So Quad tells them what they can do is to not do that to her again in a very dramatic way. But rarely will she talk about what she did, to land in that position that she was in. Simone apologizes for causing her pain at the reunion. I don't think she apologized for Napa specifically. But I'm just not sure, like, is she crying hysterically because of Napa or because of the events that happened after Napa, like concerning her niece or whatever? Like, because the pain in that cry, it can't be because these ladies, like, kicked you off the Napa trip. Jackie then, she gets up and starts leading a prayer, like, yes, Father God, can we just like take the pain, Lord, take the pain. While all this is going on, Phaedra is rolling her eyes. Thank you, Shorty Doo-Wop. She does not take accountability. Not that much. But it seems like after the prayer, like they've moved on. They make a pact to move on, it feels like. and they're all heading back to the rooms. I truly hope that Napa is not brought up again. I don't even want to hear the word Napa. So it's the next morning. I believe this is the last day in Rodeo Town or wherever they are. While some of the ladies are doing activities, Quad is talking to her man and, you know, filling him in on what happened the previous evening. Producers are having, some fun with this because she is like talking like she's going on and on and on. It's pretty funny. I'm just like, whew, like to date Quad, I just wonder, like, he must be like a really good listener. You have to be because Quad talks a lot and she requires a lot of attention. He has to be putting it down in some way. Or Quad must be. I don't know. Next, we're with Phaedra and Contessa talking. Contessa says she didn't realize that Jackie fell because of her. Meanwhile, we see Jackie walking around with a sling. And it's just for shits and giggles on her end. She says that she's not really hurt, but she's just showing the ladies what could have happened. I thought that was very petty on Jackie's part. Jackie is also talking about her upcoming Med Gala event. That's going to be the next event where all the ladies are going to be. Now, I think I might be wrong, but I thought I heard her say that Sweet Tea and Contessa aren't invited. And that's foul if they aren't. That really is, because they didn't start that. We're going back and forth between Contessa and Phaedra. Pardon me, y'all. I'm still under the weather a little bit. And we have Jackie's group too. They're just going back and forth. They're mostly talking about the "your mama" comment. Contessa says Heavenly is well aware of, her mom is deceased and the background of that because they used to be friends. And Heavenly is, at least admitting that she was wrong for that. But she says, her excuses, she says that to everybody. And I don't know, like, I just feel like that's still not cool. The fact that she uses that insult to everybody, even if it doesn't mean anything to her. But for the rest of the trip, Contessa says, she's going to keep her distance. So the next scene, we are in ATL with the men. It's two different scenes. The first one is with Cecil, Dr. G, and Scott, and then the other is with Eugene and Damon Daddy. They are jumping back and forth. Eugene is trying to just make Damon see Greg's perspective and why he's upset instead of just outright dismissing him. I mean, again, it's wild that Dr. Damon is mad at Dr. G for not defending him when Sweet Tea said he's cheating on his wife or whatever. But you have Heavenly, who I think called Sweet Tea's husband like the P word online in front of everybody. Like that's a whole different type of like ball game or whatever. Cheating and then accusing somebody of something that could get you locked up, as well as like affect your practice. Like that is ridiculous. So I don't know. Like I think Dr. Damon really should have checked his wife, especially if he's friends with Dr. G. And actually, Heavenly has said something disparaging about all of the husbands on the show in her 10 seasons that she's been on, which is crazy to me. And, none of the ladies, like, have said anything. Like, she has successfully not had her ass whipped by talking about all of these women's husbands. Anywho, on the other side, Cecil wants to be the voice of reason to Dr. G to just go talk to Damon. And G mentions that, it's Heavenly the one who is like unhinged, not his wife. And then we're back with Eugene, and he actually breaks it down to Damon very well why he should empathize with Dr. G. He gave some very good reasons. He's just like, like he just got married to his wife, who is in a group of friends with his ex-wife, who is also beefing with your wife. Um, Also, I want to say, out of all the husbands, I think Eugene is my favorite. I think it's because he's just the logical one, and he's the most progressive of all the men on the show. Oh, let's see. Since when does everyone hate Contessa? Heavenly is a burly, lonely old hoe who never had a friend or a man but Damon. This show her only highlight in life because she's a whack ass. Damn. Well, you said that, not me. You said that. Quad is a Tubi actress. Absolutely. That is the perfect description. I'm over Quad in the theatrics. Quad, you're tired. In my Kiki Palmer voice. Oh, somebody must be watching Legendary. Lord, you're just so tired. Heavenly has little to no redeeming qualities. Oh, Andrea, they're coming for your girl. I think your mom is just an off-the-cuff rebuttal. I be saying it to my sister and mom sometimes. Well, not everybody play like that. Not you, Chris, but Miami and New Orleans folks cut deep. I don't get into verbal spats with them folks. Well, I'm from New Orleans, so yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I knew that, I had to sharpen, my words, because, I was picked on as a kid. And we did the dozens all the time. And, I would win a lot. And that would be the way to really defend myself, because I'm not really a fighter, unless I have to be. Back in the day. If Lipton had a problem, then don't come back. I'm a petty Pisces, so child, none of this will bother me as 41. Well, it was Dr. Jackie and Dr. Heavenly that, vouched for her to be on the show. Excuse me, in the first place. Also, speaking of sweet tea, this is my favorite sweet tea, Gold Peak. I might have to call her Gold Peak going forward. Quad and her cult-like following. They never think nothing wrong with that lady. Exactly. Like, she's like the Candace of this show. So next scene, we're back with the ladies. It's the final evening, and they're headed to dinner. Now, why would the other ladies, I was side-eyeing them when they made Sweet Tea ride with Jackie, Quad, and Heavenly. All three of those women do not fuck with her. They do not like her, and they made her ride with them to like the dinner site. I'm like, Toya, Simone, or Phaedra knew they could have switched. Like, I don't know why they did that. So then they're all mingling and being cordial. Simone and Quad are finally good. It looks like dinner's around this bonfire and they're all sitting in a sister circle. Of course, they are talking about the previous evening. Excuse me. And Contessa takes full responsibility for her behavior. She apologizes to the group, especially Jackie. Simone chimes in about how she had no idea what triggered that moment. I'm like, girl, are you for real? Really? Were you there? Were you there? Like, I love that Contessa called it out immediately and said, y'all can keep choosing to act like you don't know what's going on, but everyone knows exactly what happened and how the fight escalated. I'm just disappointed in Simone because when Heavenly riled her ass up, you can see all 32 of her front teeth as she was yelling at her to the top of her lungs, ready to fight Heavenly over whatever reason. Like, I just don't get it. Like, why is Simone acting brand new? And the only reason you friends with Heavenly, Simone, is because like Jackie, is always going to be like friends with Heavenly. That's why. Like she's here to stay in Jackie's life. Um, hmm. Let me see. Let me blow my nose right quick off camera, y'all. Are we good? My nose a little red. It's okay. Let me see. These old Bama women, and can Toya please stop moving damn and asking how Quad got her car. We have not gotten to that episode yet, but we will talk about it. You had the same sentiments on Eugene. Okay. So then basically, I just want the other ladies to cut the bullshit, really. Because I'm just sick how this group continues to let Heavenly off the hook. Like, I agree with Contessa fully in her confessional. And then she tries to ask Quad, jump in, like, am I right, Quad? Like, do you see what's happening? And then shockingly, like Quad, this is the first time ever where she has nothing to say. Like, not at all. Like, Quad. It's crazy to me. So then Phaedra chimes in and wants people to move on and address it later. Before they move on from the conversation, all Sweet Tea is asking Heavenly to do is, do you agree to hold the insults? And Heavenly is just like, doesn't even want to address her and shuts her down immediately. And then all the other ladies try to shut down Sweet Tea too, including Toya. She was just like, in what language does she needs to say? Like, she's not going to talk. I'm just like, she's not asking for a conversation. She's asking in order to be cordial in this group that, she was invited to by Heavenly. Like, can you not insult me so we can get to a better place? I just didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. And it just makes me uncomfortable how that group is just gaslighting her and enabling Heavenly to treat her like trash. Like, it's so terrible. Like, they really treat Sweet Tea like trash. Like, it's not fair. Like, just get her off the show, Bravo. Like, if they're going to treat her like this. Anywho, why is Phaedra doing all this talking also? That's what I was wondering. Like, she's literally have, like, no type of tie to this group, like, or what's going on. She's literally just there for commentary. And, she ends the eve this bullshit prayer, and excuse me, that's the end of the trip. So then, next scene, we are back in Atlanta. We get a montage of the ladies day to day, and also a cameo from T.S. Madison. This is her second cameo appearance. I'm like, are they trying to make her a cast member, a friend of, or something? She's in Heavenly's practice right now, getting her teeth done. We're with Contessa now, and she's talking to Scott. And she's filling him in on her altercation with Heavenly. She tells him how Heavenly called him abusive. And, Contessa, I don't think she said fuck your mama. Like, that's the embellishment is coming in now. And if Heavenly said F that bitch, like, they would have replayed it. So I don't think she said that at all. She just said your mama. And you clarify, are you talking about my mom who's deceased? And she's like, yes, I'm talking about your mama. And that's when she needed to get popped. But anyway, I will say that, I'm about to call this man Todd. What's his name, y'all? Scott. Now, Scott being abusive, like, I feel like Heavenly never said, to her credit, she never said that he was physically abusive. She said, emotionally, mentally. And look, it's probably because Contessa told her this. But even if that's a fact, what does it have to do with the conversation at hand that started the fight in the first place? Like, Heavenly brought this up, like, oh, this, don't get loud with me, get loud with your husband. Like, why bring up her husband? She was just trying to call you out for lying on her relationship with someone that you dislike. And just because, she's beefing with you, you think that she like forged a fake friendship with Sweet Tea. Like that's the conversation at hand. So her husband being emotionally or mentally abusive to her, what does that have to do with anything? That's all. And it's like she confided in you as a friend, telling you that. And what are you doing? You're using it to throw daggers or using it to talk about it on your YouTube for a coin. So yeah. If I'm just here to get my money had a face, it would be a picture of Phaedra Parks at that table. Sweet Tea's treatment is an HR nightmare. I agree. A viewer of yours before you got your channel on Pop Roast with Alex, Pete, and a Red Bull in hand. Oh my God. I definitely had a Red Bull almost every episode in the very beginning. Because I was just like, I need to match Alex. Thank you for that throwback. Congrats on your growth and embracing the gray. It's giving distinguished gentleman. Well, I need a haircut right now, and I'm not feeling my best looking right now, but and Ninja still needs the work. I work, so I'm still on here, but I'm getting a haircut very soon. But thank you for the comment. I appreciate it. Okay. So if I'm not being biased, Heavenly needs her ass beat. Quad needs her own show. Simone Child, Jackie Where's Curtis, Faye bye. Sweet Tea cursed them the F out, and Scott is verbally abusive. Just saying. Some of that is right. I don't think Quad needs her own show. I wouldn't watch that. Let's see. So yeah, like I think at the end of the day, Contessa wasn't in the wrong and she didn't start it. So I don't think she needs to make up, that Heavenly said, F your mama or something. So the next scene, we're at Jackie's house. She's being visited by her party planner and Phaedra to discuss the second annual Med Gala. Jackie added Phaedra as a co-chair. Big mistake. Big mistake. Like, I would be surprised if the funds wind up missing. Like, during their meeting, we already see foreshadowing that Phaedra is not going to come through on her responsibilities. Like, she hasn't even read any of Jackie's text messages or sold any tickets. And you know what? I side-eye people who have that little bubble notification that they have 73 unread messages. That means you're like, I don't know. Like, I don't like people that's not communicative like that. Like, I need all my my notification bubbles. Excuse me. I need all my notification bubbles to be like clear. Quad's own show? No. Whew. Y'all, this cold trying to get me, but look, I'm like, not today, not today. I work too much and too hard to get sick. Like, I got the airborne on deck, the sinus medication. I'm drinking water, staying hydrated. I'm just saying. I works hard. Just saying. Anyway, and I swear I'm not high, y'all. So Jackie, she's already kind of nervous because she's over budget for the charity. She asked Phaedra like how much she thinks she'll be able to raise, and Phaedra says 100 grand. Now, I would think that maybe they should do something that's a little bit more attainable, like 25,000, 30,000. I think, ambitious is 50,000, and then 100. I'm like, I don't know about that unless you want unless you're like donating some of your own money to this. So the planner and Jackie, they're both looking at Phaedra like she's crazy. I'm like, don't trust a scammer. And like Phaedra's talking big cash money shit right now. Jackie says she's nervous because she's really putting her trust in Phaedra. I repeat, Jackie says she is really putting her trust in Phaedra. Now, if you do that, I think you deserve your fate. I'm sorry. So then Jackie jokes and tells Phaedra that she will beat her up if she don't come through. And that is where the episode ends. I mean, she was kidding, but still, I feel like, to end the episode on that note, I don't think the charity gonna go well at all. Like, this reminded me of season 1 of Real Housewives of Atlanta with Deshawn Snow. She had that charity event at her house thinking she was going to raise all that money and invited people and didn't even charge nobody. They came in, drank her liquor, ate her food, and left. So yeah, I hope Dr. Jackie is smarter than this. Like, she may be book smart, but maybe she's not street smart. This episode was just I give it like a 7 out of 10. And I'm getting the gist of it from the feedback on social media that people really aren't pleased. They feel like they're like just seeing seeing the same thing over and over again. I'll give people that, but I just want people to be patient. Like, at least wait till we get to the middle, like at least the mid-season trailer. Like, I still have hope for the franchise, but if they keep it up like at this pace and they're at like episode 12, then I think they're going to be put on pause. Because, yeah, I do think they need to step it up just a little bit. So we'll see. I have hope. Like, it wasn't a terrible episode to me. Like, solid 7. Like, I was still entertained. She says that's why she can't keep up with the ladies. Prove it, Miss Dramatic. Kind of like a Portia spinoff. I will watch a 4 to 6 episode of Quad's show. I think you're giving her too much. Deshawn was delusional. The epitome of trying to do too much. Excuse me. I think it's going to be okay. Dang, we're not almost done with this season. Yeah, like, I'm just like, people aren't even giving it a chance. Like, Beverly Hills just started. Look, after that episode, like, I really enjoyed it. I hope y'all did too. That's going to be tomorrow. Well, hopefully I can get that tomorrow because I got to work. What else? Yeah, like, if a show is on its 5th or 6th episode, like, I'll wait until like at least episode 9 or 10. Because that means like really like we're in the middle and I should be like fully into the season. I just think people should be patient. I think it is because we've been at the barn for 3 episodes. Yeah, it does. It was 3 episodes actually, and it's just such an uninteresting place too, like a low budget place. Jackie will get her attack dog Heavenly to give Phaedra. You called it. Probably in the next episode, because I'm sure she's complaining to Heavenly about Phaedra. Oh yeah, I can't wait to see why Phaedra quit. But yeah, y'all. This is all the blood I can squeeze out of this turn up for tonight. So y'all let me know how y'all liked this episode. I'm gonna try to preserve my energy, especially my voice. Yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow. Make sure you like, comment.